Here's why Amazon is being sued again for allegedly discriminating against pregnant workers and workers with disabilities for failing to accommodate them. My name is Paige Sparks. I'm an employment lawyer. Amazon denies all these allegations, but I've seen it firsthand. Amazon is one of the most awful offenders I see for refusing to accommodate pregnancies or disabilities. New Jersey's Attorney General has filed this litigation against Amazon on behalf of thousands of employees that were pregnant or had a disability and requested accommodations. Instead of accommodating them, Amazon allegedly denied accommodations, forced leave as an accommodation, which if you've been following me for any amount of time, you know that forced unpaid leave instead of an accommodation, when an accommodation is available, is not an accommodation. They also allegedly retaliated against people for requesting accommodations by delaying getting back to them, making up requirements that they needed additional medical paperwork to deny a claim, and also dinging people on their productivity after they requested accommodation, setting them up to be fired for cause. The allegations in the lawsuit are supported by a years-long investigation that the state did into Amazon, and they have been investigated for this same exact issue several times. One of the most common things I see Amazon do during this is if they do grant an accommodation, which is very rare, they will then start dinging that employee for production issues, even though it was directly related to the accommodation they requested. One example in the lawsuit involves a pregnant employee that requested an accommodation of having some additional time for breaks and not lifting over 15 pounds, which Amazon granted. Less than a month after granting that accommodation, it then terminated her for not meeting the production requirements, even though the accommodation allowed her to perform under the regular levels because of the additional breaks and lifting restrictions. Another example in the lawsuit involves another pregnant employee that requested accommodations and then her claim was denied because she didn't provide enough medical paperwork, even though it wasn't legally required. When she resubmitted her claim with that additional medical paperwork, she was given 3 warnings for not meeting productivity, and then she was fired for not making her productivity rate during the interactive process. They later offered to reinstate her employment. If that doesn't scream guilty, I don't know what does. Do not be afraid to sue a big employer like Amazon if something like this is happening to you at work. They have to follow all the laws just like every other employer, and if they don't, you can go against them. They're not going to outlawyer your lawyers just because they're a big company. Don't let them scare you. Comments, let me know what you think, and I'll let you know if I have any updates on this.